Hello everyone, welcome to the Study Hacks Institute of GIS and Remote Sensing. Today I will try to discuss a very important topic, mainly how we can easily quantifying vegetation fragmentation, analyzing path and edge metrics for landscape assessment using Google Earth Engine. I will try to explain all of details, so I hope after completing this full tutorial you can easily quantify vegetation fragmentation and also analyze the path and edge metrics for landscape assessment using Google Earth Engine. So first of all, we talk about the vegetation fragmentation. Basically, vegetation fragmentation refers to the process of breaking up large continuous natural habitats into smaller isolated patches due to the human activities or natural events. This leads to a loss of habitat connectivity, affecting biodiversity, ecosystem process, and ecological integrity. And cause of vegetation fragmentation, basically natural cause or human-made cause, basically urbanization, expansion of cities, roads, and infrastructure, agriculture, conversion of forest and grassland into farmlands, then deforestation, logging, and forest clearing for timber or development, then mining activities, extraction of resources like coal, mineral, and oil, and hydroelectric project, dam construction leading to habitat fragmentation. So in this case, I will try to discuss about this type of metric and indicator. First one is the path density. So we try to calculate the path density. Basically, it's number of habitat passes per unit area. Then we talk about that edge density. Basically, it's the length of habitat edge per unit area. And also fragmentation index, measure the degree of habitat fragmentation. So in this case, I will use the Google Earth Engine and then try to calculate all of metrics and indicators. So let's go. I will try to explain that. First of all, number of passes. What is the number of passes? Suppose in this case, I calculate my number of passes is 2672. So it refers to the total number of distinct vegetation passes identified within the region of interest, and each pass is separate area of vegetation that is especially distinct from others. Suppose in my region of interest I got total number of passes 2672. It means that for my study area we find out total 2672 distinct vegetation passes. It's identified within the region of interest, and each species is separate area of vegetation that is especially distinct from others. So further I also discuss about that how we can easily calculate this type of passes for your own study area. And now pass density. Basically this is the formula about the pass density, number of passes divided by total region area. So suppose in this case I find out the total pass density 8.92 pass per kilometer square area. We find out this type of result. It means that there are approximately 8.92 vegetation passes per square kilometer in your region, and higher pass density indicate more fragmented landscape. When you find out that high value pass density, it indicating the more fragmented landscape. And this is the formula. Further I will show you that how we can easily calculate this type of formula and then calculate the pass density. Basically this formula is the number of passes divided by region of area, total area of your study area. Then edge length. Suppose in this case I find out the edge length 2111.16 kilometer. It means that this is the total length of edge between vegetation and non-vegetation area in your study area, and we measure in the kilometer, and these edges are calculated using the edge detection algorithm like Sobel filter. So further I'll also show you that in Google Earth Engine how we can easily calculate this type of edge length. And then edge density. Okay, Suppose I calculate the edge density is the 7.05, and this is the formula about the edge density. See, this is the edge length divided by total area of your study area. So it means that there are about 7.05 kilometer of S per square kilometer of the region, and higher S density often indicate increased habitat fragmentation since it suggests more fragmented or irregular vegetation pattern. We find out that when you find out the high S density. Further, I will show you that how we can easily calculate this type of equation and also calculate the S density also. And now fragmentation index. So suppose I got this type of value for fragmentation index, and this is the formula: fragmentation index equal to patch density multiplied with edge density. So then it means that this is the composite metric combining the number of passes and the length of edge. A higher fragmentation index suggests a more fragmented landscape with a high degree of spatial disconnection and irregular boundaries. Okay, so now I will show you that how we can easily calculate this type of metrics, and then I hope we can easily use it for your own study area. Okay, so let me open my code editor. So okay, so I already write the code in here for my study area. So and I already create all of you can see this is the first of all this is my vegetation. So if you want, you can use here the different types of vegetation index such as NDVI or EVI, and then simply make a threshold technique and then simply separate the vegetation. Further, we try to calculate the fragmented passes. So we can get this type of distinct vegetation for my study area. Then further, we also calculate the pass number also, and this is the is okay, and also this is our study area. So let's go. I will explain about the code. Then I hope we can easily get the idea how we can easily work with vegetation fragmentation. Okay. So first of all, simply import your study area. So just I simply import my study area, and then I simply call the Sentinel-2 satellite imagery. If you want, you can also use the Landsat, and then filter for a specific time period, and also filter bounds, and also filter metadata for a specific cloud the first sentence, and then we calculate the NDVI, and then I apply the threshold to identify for vegetation. So I take all of greater than 0.3 value and then self marks. Then I can easily get this type of vegetation. Okay, so this is my vegetation area. I can easily get from satellite imagery. So now after doing these things, we need to identify fragmented passes. So now for identify for fragmented passes, so for that we take a variable count connected and then call the vegetation. Then I just use the function connected components, and I put the e kernel square. I put here the 5 and 256, and then connected I put the random visualizer. So then further I can easily get the fragmented passes. So it show this type of fragmented passes. Further we calculated the number of passes. For calculating the number of passes, just I call the connected this variable and select the labels, because it's a if you just run the we can easily get the labels. If you just click on here, you can see we find out that the from here different types. You can also choose the color plated also, but in this case I put the random visualizers. So just I set the levels and then reduce region, and I calculate the count distinct, basically distinct count I want to calculate for number of passes, and then study area, shapefile variable name, max pixel, and get level. So it calculate the number of passes. This value 200 2672 passes, and it means that we already discussed about that. What is the passes? Passes, it means that the refers to the total number of distinct vegetation passes identify within the study area. Okay, and each passage is separate area of vegetation that is especially distinct from others. So in this case we find out the total number of passes 2672, and further we calculate the area of interest. So basically this is my boundary. We calculate our boundary, So just I use this code and calculate the boundary in square kilometer area. So we find out this is our total square kilometer area, this is our boundary. And then we simply calculate the pass density. Basically this is the formula we simply apply. uh, number of passes divided by total area. So you can easily get the result pass density. You can see this is the pass density. We find out that per kilometer square 8.91, this is the density we find out. And also calculate for the edge density. Okay, and for the edge density we need to calculate the length. Okay, we need to calculate the length. So for that I simply take a vegetation, update mask non-vegetation, unmax 0. So basically 0 for non-vegetation, 1 for vegetation. So just I simply remove all of those and we apply the Sobel filter for edge detection. Okay, so just I call the kernel ee.kernel.sobel and then I take all of greater than 0 pixel and further we calculate the edge from here. And then further we just calculate the length in the pixel. So for that I simply call the edge and from here I calculate the total length of edge. Just I put here the sum and calculate the total length of n length. And further we simply calculate the convert the edge length from the pixel to kilometers. So for that, because with the pixel, so this thing we simply convert into the kilometers. Just use this code, we just multiply 10 because 10 is the your pixel size and divide it with this value, then we can easily convert the edge length from pixel to kilometers and then calculate the edge density. So for the edge density we simply call the total edge length divided by total area, then we can easily find out that our edge density we can also calculate from here. Then fragmentation index, so basically we simply multiply the pass density and edge density, then you can easily find out that fragmentation index. So this is the process to calculate this type of fragmentation index or matrix. Using this process you can also calculate. Okay, so if you want you can also use the Landsat or Sentinel, any image you can simply choose and then also create, and then you can easily create this type of fragmentation. And there are a lot of uses for the biodiversity, this type of work. So if you have any question regarding this topic, simply contact in my WhatsApp, also email, then I also get the feedback. In the meantime, I also give an announcement for our upcoming online training program. So basically if you want to join my upcoming online training program on Google Earth Engine, so basically this registration is open now, and our next best class will be start from the 17th January, and this is the admission last date 16th January. So now if you want to join this online training program, you can get the 50% discount because the first 10 registered will get the 50% discount on this online training program. And we take the total 7 days, mainly Friday and Saturday in a week. We take the class duration mainly 4 hours, 3 hours for the live training, 1 hour for the problem solving. And basically we take the class on the Google Meet. And if you want to join this online training program, simply contact in this email, or if you want you can also contact with this WhatsApp number. So basically in this online training program I will try to focus on beginners who don't have any knowledge in Google Earth Engine or who don't have any knowledge in the Python or JavaScript. So after completing this online training program, you are able to do any types of remote sensing analysis using Google Earth Engine very quickly. So here I added all of details for the course syllabus. You can simply check it. I already added all of information in the video description, and you can also visit my website and check all of details. And when you join this online training program, you also get some benefit, such as you can get the course e-certificate after submitting all of assignment. You can get the course all of materials, mainly slide, PDF. You can get the all of practice code, as well as also get the recorded class, and you also get the lifetime teaching support. So lifetime teaching support means that regarding this online training program, when you face any problem regarding any issue on your content, then you can easily get that support freely regarding this online training content. So you can check all of details for our upcoming online training program. Then if you are interested, then and also take the 50% discount as soon as possible, simply contact in this email or also contact with this WhatsApp number. So thank you. Today is no more. Stay happy, stay safe.